In this video, I'm going to provide you with different types of roofs that are used for building homes and a variety of different buildings, but I'm going to try and make individual videos on them. You can go to the website and you'll be able to click on the individual links. I'll put a link in the description box for that page when it's made. And so let's get started. This is an A-frame. Again, we can see kind of looks like the letter A. The tall sloping roof. A lot of times you see these up in the mountain areas. And this is the top view. This type of roof is often referred to as a barrel design. If you cut a barrel in half and put one of the halves sections on top of a building, you would have something like this. Top view. This roof design is referred to as a bonnet, and it would be a lower sloping roof here with a second roof with a steeper pitch or a steeper slope. A lot of times something like this is excellent for wraparound patios. If you have a patio that wraps around the entire building and you needed a large roof overhang. And a lot of these roof designs can be referred to by, there are numerous names for a variety of different roof designs, so don't get hung up on what I'm referring to these as or what others refer to them as either. This is a butterfly roof design. I think I'd rather refer to it as a V-shaped roof. And you can you'll see buildings where these are right next to each other. They just keep stacking them up and then they look like gables. So it's I guess that'd be another combination. The water actually slopes in and would need to be rediverted to the outside somehow. Not a real common roof design, this one here. As a matter of fact, I don't think I've ever built anything like it. This barn-looking thing is often referred to as a clerestory. You can put a window in here on each side. And for ventilation, I'd imagine something like this would be good in a factory. Top view there. This design is often referred to as a cone, and I can turn it around, but you'd get the same view here. So a cone, basically ice cream cone turned upside down. Sounds good to me for a definition of it. There is the top view there. This design is often referred to as a dome, and kind of looks like a big mushroom to me. And top view of it there. Here's a Dutch roof, often referred to as a Dutch gable. And you can see here we have a gable at the end, basically coming off of two hips. And this roof can be built a variety of different ways. There it is. This is actually something we had on the front of our house when we were on the house that I grew up in. Here's a flat roof, and often I like to refer to these as low sloping roofs. I don't even know if you're allowed to build a flat roof. I think the minimum roof pitch you can have on a roof is a 1/4 inch per square foot. A 1/4 inch per linear feet of slope. So you're going to have it a little higher in the back and a little lower in the front, or vice versa, to where the water can drain off of the roof. There is the upper view. Amazing. Just a square. Here's the most common roof. It is a gable roof, and simply two planes, one on one side, one on the other side. This is probably one of the easiest roofs you can build. I should say the easiest one would be a flat roof. This might be second on the list. This is a gambrel roof design, and usually has a steeper pitch at the bottom and a lower sloping roof pitch at the top. So here we can see the steeper one and the lower ones. And like I said, this is a common barn design. I'd imagine it's used to give them plenty of extra room by the way that it is built. Here's a hip roof, and I would imagine the second most common roof used for construction, building homes. And there is the top view of that. Here's a Mansard roof, and this was actually a roof that we used to do a lot of, built a lot of. You see them in storefronts, stuff like that. Even though the definition of a Mansard roof actually has two breaking points. It would come up like a Gable roof and then back over and then down or have a flat roof on top. But reason why I chose this design instead of that one was because this was the most common design that I've seen around here. It's actually something that we've built, and you see them a lot on commercial properties. You know, it's something that they can, you know, build something like this and hide the air conditioning equipment on the roof. Works out good for something like that. So again, a Mansard roof, the definition of it is it will come up, it'll have a slope, and then you'll have another slope, kind of a break point coming off, and then up to a flat area or something like this. But so I'm going to choose this design because it is the most common one that I have seen. Next up on the list is a salt box design, and this would be a steeper slope. Usually this is going to be in the front and a smaller slope in the back. And of course, this would be more commonly used for a two-story home than it would for a single-story home. There it is, the salt box, and that is the upper view. If you were going to be looking at a floor plan of the building, of some type of a roof plan, this is something you'd look at. The ridge would be here, and the perimeter of the building there. Here's a Sawtooth design, and this would be something used on factories, something like that. Usually you would have windows in the larger areas back here. And again, ventilation, something like that. As you can see, it kind of looks like a saw. If you had a hand saw, this would kind of make sense for the design here. And there is the upper view of it. Here's a shed roof, and this usually has a little steeper slope than what someone would refer to as a flat roof. But remember, a flat roof originally was designed, they actually built a lot of roofs that were flat. And a shed roof, of course, is not going to be flat. Last up on the list would be a low multi-sloping roof system. This is common for commercial buildings or any buildings where you're going to have a wall where the wall might actually extend up past the top of the roof and surround the entire roof, where you would need some type of a drain system. So all the water would slope into the drain, and it would have to be built accordingly to where it can actually slope into a drain and safely off of the roof. That is it for this video. If you have any comments or questions, feel free to leave them in the comment area, and I will eventually make one video for each one of these designs to provide you with a little more information and a few different ways that you can actually design the building, something like that.